1-800-449-8255. The Sharkalama Ding Dong, the Sharkadoodle Doo, you guys. The world's genius, me, Clark the Shark. Self-proclaimed, like Ty Cobb would do. I'm sorry, you guys. There's nobody smarter. Well, maybe Zuckerberg, or guys with billions in the bank. Those guys are, come on, or like Bill Gates. I can't, dude. I'm just Clark the Shark, 5'6", no college degrees, not a lot of love or respect, revere, regard, you name it. But then again, nobody likes people that are short. Now, when we're talking about Rusty Melio and the Four Seasons, also known as Frankie Valli, what a group. When I was a little kid, you guys, I fucking loved this shit. I remember at Parkway School in Torrance, California, down by the beach. Come on, you guys remember it. You might hear Clark the Shark being like age 9 or age 8, cruising along. Dude, I loved every song by Rusty Melio and the Four Seasons. They were incredible. Frankie Valli. I hated that scene in The Sopranos where those two guys shot Rusty. Man, that was scary. The way they just came up, they were asking for directions, or it just looked all innocent, and then boom, boom, Rusty's gone. And the real scary part is Tony ordered that hit, and he got those two real Italian guys that probably couldn't even speak English or something to come and, wipe out Rusty. And I was sad when I watched that, because to me, that was like Frankie Valli getting whacked or something. And I was like, shit, dude. And it was weird because on The Sopranos, they were all talking about Frankie Valli tickets and all this stuff. And then he's on the show. It was just so ironic and weird, kind of like a simulation, kind of like a Sharkulation, which I run right now, and all of you are starring in, kind of like that movie, The Truman Show. You guys are all playing a role. You're role playing, if you will. Now, let's not get kinky. Keep your mind out of the gutter. But I can do bad things to all of you right here in the Sharkulation if I want to. You might even end up like Rusty Melio, but who knows? Today, I'm in a good mood. There might be a few car wrecks, but if you say some prayers to Sharky here in the rain in Southern California, don't drive safely, you guys. Don't tailgate. Don't high beam and tailgate at the same time like they do here in San Diego, thanks to Gavin Newsom and Jerry Brown giving driver's licenses to people from all over planet Earth, other countries. They come here and they get a driver's license and they drive 130 miles an hour down the 78 freeway in San Diego. Drunk, of course. Reckless driving, speeding, DUI. It's, par for the course here now in California, thanks to the Democrats, and probably thanks to Republicans like Mitt Romney types, or, I know McCain's gone and Jeff Flake, but they would be like, Sharky, shut up. We're all equal. No, you guys, we're not all equal. It used to be that Americans were like a cut above or some shit, but now we're just like the rest of the whole fucking planet. Now you got white people that fucking drive 150 fucking miles an hour too. And guess where they learned it? Why, they learned it from our fine feathered foreign friends, now didn't they? Right here on the Clark the Shark Show. You see different cultures do different things. In some countries, they beat their wives and things like that, and it's accepted. But in America, it's not. In some countries like Poland and Ukraine and Russia and India and the Congo and Brazil and Argentina and Sweden, they drive really fucking fast. In maybe not in Iran, they'll fucking behead you there if you do, but and not in Saudi Arabia, they'll behead you there if you drive fast. But in like a lot of countries, they have like the fucking Autobahn and they drive really fast. Well, the Democrats have brought driving really fast, reckless, DUI, very unsafe, tailgating with high beams on while you're out in the mountains too, and on a scary road that's winding in the rain. You got people tailgating you here in California with their high beams on right here on the Clark the Shark Show. But alas, it is me, Sharky. I'm the one who's racist for pointing this out, not the tailgater, reckless driver, DUI guy who's about to kill me right here on the Clark the Shark Show, much like Rusty Melio from the Four Seasons. I think he's still alive, you guys, Frankie Valli. I'm not sure, but I loved his music. It's a lot more talented than some fucking no talent retard like Taylor Swift. I mean, have you fucking heard her songs? They fucking suck. I mean, there's literally no talent there. The chick is so fucking lame. Like Madonna's like a fucking genius compared to Taylor Swift. Fuck it. Britney Spears is like a goddamn Einstein compared to Taylor Swift. I mean, this girl has nothing. I don't know why hundreds of thousands and millions of people around the world pack stadiums, not arenas. They pack big fucking coliseums to go watch Taylor Swift, you guys. Oh, isn't that great? That's a real show of the planet Earth's brain collective, that all these girls want to go worship a girl who can't even get married. She can't even stay with one guy. She doesn't have any kids and she's like fucking 35. That's not a role model, you guys. That's a failure. I don't care what you call her. Never mind the fact that she has no talent at all. Unlike Rusty Melio in the Four Seasons, Aka, Frankie Valli, this guy had talent, you guys. Amazing. And when I was a little kid, by the way, a little side note here, the only reason Taylor Swift is signed and promoted is because she's a liberal, and Hollywood liberals are always furthering and pushing any liberal they see to further their ideas onto you, the impressionable youths out there, or just the impressionable people or women voters with little quotations up in the air around it. Yeah, you women, you're going to put our country in danger voting for Taylor Swift and or Joe Biden. All that does is get us in more trouble with Putin, North Korea, and the Middle East, and bad guys everywhere, etc. Drug cartels, you name it, you guys. Don't fucking listen to Taylor Swift, girls or guys. When you vote, I don't really like Trump either, you guys, but he's way better than Joe Biden. I'm not wild about Republicans, and they're probably not my friend. The way I talk about rent, like high rent, low rent, we should have rent control. But they're still better than our friends at the Democrat Party right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255, where I admit it, you guys, sometimes like Fonzie, I get it. Like there's Waldo's in my video, and if you find them, you get a free Greenhouse Effect rock opera CD, you guys. I know a lot of you out there are like, Clark the Shark's a genius. He's never wrong. He's perfect. Jesus made him. It's a sharkulation. It's not a simulation. We can rely on Shark. We can always go to him. I know everyone says that and thinks that, you guys, but I'm just like Triumph. Rick Emmett would say, I'm just another ordinary man like all of you. I am not perfect, you guys. There's imperfections, but those are actually my strengths. And, when I'm talking about the Four Seasons, this group from my childhood around Parkway School, elementary school, Torrance, 1973, 74, 75. It's almost perfect, these 4-part harmonies that they sang. And sadly, this group or this band or project or whatever it was, it always had Frankie Valli in it. But they could never keep the lineup together. I mean, it was always changing, different people coming and going. And then there was, I think, a lot of controversy about royalties, where other guys in the band were angry at Frankie Valli or the management or the lawyers because people were getting shortchanged on royalties. I'm not sure. I could be right or wrong there, you guys, but I've heard some things about the Four Seasons where everybody swirling around this group was bitter or something from back in the 60s. These guys in the early 60s, these guys were really like the American Beatles until like the Beatles and the Beach Boys came along and kind of eclipsed them, you guys. And, that's just the way it is. I love all the music, the Beach Boys, the Beatles, the Four Seasons, the Rolling Stones, the Who. I just love something that sounds good. And, look at all the people in the band. I mean, it's, Frankie Valli's, their thing. Look at he's always in it, you guys. But look at their thing, you guys. It's just a mess. I mean, the various people. I can't even say they really have a classic lineup. I guess in the early days, that's it. I mean, look at that. Frankie Valli is the mainstay, but other people hella come and go in the Four Seasons. It should be called like the 24 Seasons or something, you guys. I mean, that's a god-awful mess. That's like my band, The Greenhouse Effect. It's a 3-piece, but there's really like 13 guys in the band. If you count all the drummers, we're a 3-piece band, and it's that obligatory host of the two guys, me and Ted, looking for that perfect drummer, and we never found it. Blake Douchebag, another liberal that Hollywood propagates. I don't know what the word is, furthers or pushes onto all of you. He found Douche Grohl, and that's what made that band. If they had never met that guy, that band probably never would have happened. And me, Clark the Shark, I was the drummer in GE. And then I came out to the front on guitar and vocals. And then I realized it's hella hard to find a drummer for a 3-piece band. We had some good ones. Greg Tarpley, Marty Silva, both really fucking awesome drummers, but they didn't stay. And of course, the guy Pele Carlson, the funny guy at the end, he wanted to be in GE badly, but he just wasn't that great of a drummer. We needed someone a lot better. But I don't know if the Four Seasons had a drummer problem, but they definitely had lineup changes issues, you guys. This band, with all these great songs that I loved in my childhood, just millions of them. Big Girls Don't Cry. What a song. Incredible. And Sherry, the harmonies, you guys. Where's that song, Sherry, you guys. What a song, you guys. I just want you to buy everything by the early Four Seasons. I guess with the classic lineup in the early days, you guys, uh, big girls don't cry, Sherry. Amazing harmonies, and they got other great songs. The one that's like, "Let's hang on to what we got." Don't let it go, girl. What a song. That even rocks kind of heavy for 65. And the song that's like, don't go away, I'm no good for you. Come on, you guys. You know me, Clark the Shark. I love talent. I love amazing talent. It's awesome, you guys. I love that song. I love the high singing. And of course, there's that one song called like Save It For Me. Oh, God, Save It For Me. What a song, you guys. Now, people have accused me, Clark the Shark. Check out my song Manipulation with the Greenhouse Effect. People say it rips off the Four Seasons, Save It For Me a little bit. I think it does, you guys. I didn't even know it back in the day when I wrote that song. I thought I was being original, making something up, but yeah, it does sound a bit like Save It For Me by the Four Seasons, you guys. Big girls don't cry, walk like a man. Wow. Oh, I love the song Rag Doll. Awesome. What a killer fucking song. And then later on in the 70s, they have these other songs like December 63, Oh, What a Night. You know, it's all these different people. It's Frankie Valli is the mainstay, you guys, of the group. They just got a lot of catchy shit. I'm not even sure if they write their shit. I don't know. Maybe they do or don't. But it had to be this way, you guys. It was all meant to be. I wish they could have had 4 or 5 isolated people that is an official classic lineup. I think of it as this early phase. But even in the early days, they had a lot of people coming and going. And, I heard Rusty was a little prickly. He's a short little guy like Clark the Shark. He probably had little man syndrome, So who knows, like he probably chased off a lot of people with the lawyers and managers coming up, and saying, dude, you got to go. Someone has to go. It's like Goodfellas or The Sopranos or, the way Pete Best was just thrown out of the Ruddles and they got Lars Ulrich to replace him. Things like that, back in the 60s. It just happened, you guys, right here on the Clark the Shark show. It's sad and it's all tragic, but I guess it had to be. It was all meant to be here on the Sharky show, you guys. But I want you to buy some Four Seasons at iTunes, Spotify, and Amazon. Don't buy Taylor Swift. Don't buy the Douche Fighters or Dave Douche. Fuck that. Buy the Four Seasons, especially if you're only 20 years old right here in 2024. And you were born in 2004 when I lived in Shadow Ridge Vista and I was much younger and in better financial health then too than I am now, right here on the Clark the Shark show, where I want you to become a Four Seasons fan and person. I want you to love this shit. Frankie Valli. He also has solo stuff, like Can't Take My Eyes Off of Shark. He's just too good to be true. Do, 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 do. And I thank God I'm alive, 'cause I got the Clark the Shark show. Do 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 do. Come on, you guys. I wish that was a Four Seasons song, but it's not. I guess, to make a little money on the side, Frankie had to go solo or whatever. But that's how I wrote him, you guys. Don't ask me why I made such a mishmash cornucopia pizza out of my Four Seasons, a band that should be like the Beatles with just 4 guys. But it's not. right here on the fabulous, amazing, genius Clark the Shark Show. And you guys, buy the Four Seasons all their music, get into all their songs. I know they got a bunch of silly songs, like Peanuts and stuff like that, and other silly shit, but they've got insane harmonies. And the drumming on a lot of tracks is really good. It influenced, I'm sure, Keith Moon and yours truly, right here, me, Clark the Shark, your humble servant at the Sharkraphone, the EIB Sharkraphone. It's solid gold. It's not a microphone, because it was given to me by Rusty Melio, also known as Frankie Valli, before he passed away, sadly, in Goodfellas or The Sopranos or whatever it was. He came to me and he said, Sharky, someone needs to go. And I'm like, well, I can make that happen, Rusty. It's sad. Remember that one guy, Johnny Sack? He just got rid of Rusty, all because Rusty was short and a little guy. They called him the mayor of Munchkinland or something. I'm serious. Like, he was afraid Rusty was going to run the family wrong or not be a good leader or something like that, or delegate the power to little Carmine or something. And just for stupid reasons like that, he got rid of Rusty, Well, thank God they didn't get rid of Frankie Valli. I mean, in that sort of thinking, right here on the Clark the Shark Show, in a way, they got rid of me out of the music industry back in '92. But I'm still around. I'm like cockroaches, dude. You can't get rid of Sharky, because you can always find me here kicking around at the Clark the Shark Show from the golden EIB Sharkraphone. It's not a microphone, because it's the Wolfman Jack on crack, the Sharkalama Ding Dong, the Sharkadoodle Doo, where I'm telling you about the Four Seasons. And I want you to get into all these amazing songs. Right here on WABC Radio New York. And you tell them when you buy it that you heard it from me, yours truly, Clark the Shark. And I'm out of here, people. Peace, salama ding dong.